Hi dear students, welcome back to the online moral science class. Today we will go through chapter 3, third part of the teamwork. Those who didn't watch the previous videos, kindly watch. Let us go through the lesson. In this lesson, we were learned that few friends from a school named Sadish, Chandra, Bharat, Jeevan and Sanjay were selected to the school basketball team, and even after they have practiced well, they could not success because they were concentrated on individual performance. So they were failed the match and lost in the match. Then they have conducted an evaluation and understood that they should have a team leader and everyone has to follow the instructions from the team leader. Let us go through the lesson. All of them were eagerly watching the birds flying. Then suddenly they saw a bird coming down. So while they were on the park, they saw that some birds are flying. But they were flying in a V format. They were flying in a V format. Then they were understood that there is a leader to guide all the birds, and all the birds are enjoying benefit from this leader. All of them were eagerly watching the birds flying. Then suddenly they saw a bird coming down. It happened that bird got tired or has became sick. While they were watching the birds, they noticed that one bird is coming down. It seemed to be sick. But the thing which captured their attention more was that another bird too came along with sick bird, and together they took rest on the branch of a tree. When they were flying together, one among them was sick. In order to help the sick bird, one more bird also joined with him and rested on a tree. After taking rest for some time, both the birds flew again and joined the formation. This is a surprising element that when one of them became tired or sick or not well, means the entire team has to take care of that particular person or bird. The nature shows us that when one bird is sick, another bird accompanied him to rest on a tree, and after some time again they joined with the formation. See how considerate they are. When one of them became sick, they didn't leave him alone. Instead, sent a companion to take care. Said Farad, "These birds are amazing." Yes, this is nature's law. When one bird is sick and the rest of bird did not allow him to be alone, they sent one more bird to accompany with him. This is what we saw in this story. They went back to the school with a new revolution to work as a team. Seeing their togetherness, their coach became very happy even though they failed in the match. They went back to school with a good decision, a decision of teamwork. They decided that they will work as a team. Do not try for an individual performance, rather than they will work together. The coach also noticed that their new spirit and enthusiasm to win the game. Even though they were failed, from that failure they learned something more. They all agreed and elected a leader and worked as a team thereafter. Within a short period of time, they began winning matches one after another and brought many trophies to the school. My dear students, when they decided to work together, they started to win. They started to bring many trophies for the school. This is what we have to follow in our lives. We should have to work together, work with the family. We have to work with the parents, our siblings, brother or sister, or with the friends, whatever it is. If you are working individually, there may have the possibility of less results. But if you are working together, there have the possibility of wonderful results. My dear students, we will go through the question and answers. The first question is, why couldn't the team win the basketball match against their neighboring school? The first question is, why couldn't the team win the basketball match against their neighboring school? The answer is, when the match came, the team members forgot the instructions of the coach and each one proceeded with the ball individually, thinking that he could outshine the others. That is the answer for the first question. Second question is, what was the advantage of the bird flying in V formation? Second question is, what was the advantage of the birds flying in V formation? Answer for the second question is, birds are flying in a V formation because this will help the birds to fly with lesser efforts. The bird leading the flock decides on the direction and speed. He faces a great part of the pressures of the wind. This is the answer for the second question. The third question is, what did the students learn from the birds about taking leadership of a team? The answer for the third question is, we should elect a leader from among us so that he can give us directions and all of us should respect it and follow it. So, what they understood from the leadership of birds, they understood that, the students understood that if they elect a leader from them, he can give them directions and all of us should respect it and follow it. Question is, why was the coach happy when the team came back even though they couldn't win the game? Answer begins here. Seeing their togetherness, their coach became very happy even though they failed in the match. They failed because they were concentrated on the individual performance, so they became failed. But even after tasted the failure, they came back to school with a new thought of togetherness. And the coach understood that the coach noticed the coach noticed their togetherness that make him very happy even though they failed in the match. Choose the correct word from the bracket and fill in the blanks. We will go through the B part, fill in the blanks. The first question is Sadish and friends were selected to the school dash team. The answer is basketball team. Question number 2. While flying, the birds usually follow a leader. Third question. The students went back to the school with a new resolution to work as a team. The fourth question is the coach was happy to see the students after losing the match. The third section is state whether the following statements are true or false. Sadish and team won the basketball match against their neighboring school. Sadish and team won the basketball match against their neighboring school. The answer is false. Second question. The students had a hot discussion after losing the match. True. When the birds are in V formation, they can fly with lesser effort. Answer is true. The school basketball team could never win a match. False, because they started to win after they tasted a failure. Dear students, the chapter on teamwork ended here. Kindly go through the lesson very carefully. It is very interesting, and the theme of the story is togetherness, and work hard. We should follow this togetherness in our life. Have a great day.